Hey you, toss a coin. Call it. Did you get it right? If yes, good for you, you can continue watching this video. And for those who got it wrong, you get beaten to a pulp, thrown into a corpse pile. What the f***? And you wake up with most of your limbs missing. And all of this happened to you because you didn't make the right call. Does that seem fair to you? Well, that's not the worst thing that could happen in Fear and Hunger. A word of warning. There will be heavy and throbbing spoilers for the story. So for those who still want to experience the game raw and unprotected, this is your chance. You have been warned. Alright, so why did I pick this game out of all the respectable games on Steam? Well, I once watched a short of this game featuring a character getting beaten down by a monstrosity. Jesus Christ, what the hell? After which he wakes up in a prison cell, and then dies of profuse ass bleeding. That immediately piqued my interest. I wanted to know what else could be found in this game, and I was going to do it the only way I know how. Walking around and finding out, and boy did I. I booted up the game, picked the Outlander, and I got immediately assaulted by the horrific sound of dogs. Holy shit, that sound! Oh. It's right into my ear. What kind of mixing is this? Holy shit. And then I died to a coin flip. This is truly the Fear and Hunger experience. I tried again with the Dark Priest and managed to get deeper. And by that I mean I got sucked into the ground. What? And then died to a mysterious enemy. Oh. Three hits? Oh? This is truly a terror and starvation experience. I had another go, this time with the knight. I made her jump into a shit pit. Fuck it. The shit pit. And I got her out of there. This is truly the Fear and Hunger experience. And after plenty of more deaths, I've decided to take this seriously with a mercenary, and I called him Tonsillitis. His mission is to find the man Lagarde for a price. I figured that having the ability to lockpick doors would be useful. Inside of the dungeon, you will experience an unnatural hunger, as well as the darkness slowly draining away your sanity. Not long afterwards, I encountered the guards. And oh boy, I need to tell you now that I will be censoring a lot in this video. For the sake of my sanity, I'll be using brain rot memes posted by the beautiful people in my Discord server. You are welcome to join, by the way. If you don't encounter the ungodly dogs first, then these guys will most likely be your first enemies. I got the coin flip wrong and died. Truly, the Fear and Hunger experience. I tried again, making sure to avoid unnecessary fights. I then found a little girl inside of a cage. In good conscience, I couldn't just leave her there. God, I hope you're not going to kill me later. Why and how a little girl's inside of this dungeon, let alone caged up, is a mystery to me. I wasn't sure just how helpful a little girl could be. So I experimented. I gave her a little doll, I made her drink worm juice, I gifted her new clothes, and I found her a little shank. Even after all that, she doesn't seem all that useful beyond being a meat shield. Well, at least having another party member is better than none. Finally, one dead. We went through prison cells, the meat pit, and torture chambers. But there was no Lagarde to be found. He must be being kept somewhere deeper, and there seemed to be only one way for that.
Oh!
And with that we find ourselves in the caverns. Why is there a cavern here? I don't know. But it makes you wonder just how deep these dungeons go. I'm also wondering why is there a phallic vag statue here? And of course I prayed to it. It's not all penis statues here. We actually found our second party member here. A dog that doesn't make my ears bleed. He just wanted 2 pieces of rotten meat. What a good girl. I then squeezed yellow mucus out of a corpse and left for the mines. At this point, the little girl was losing her mind. Being this deep in the dungeons must be hard on her psyche. But I do have something for her. Alcohol. In these desperate times, you need a good amount of liquid courage. If there's one thing that this game did right, it's the atmosphere. The feeling ambience in the dungeons is oppressive and draining. Hello there, Yellow Mage. Kill the Yellow Mage. Yellow Mages are bastards. Just after him, I came across a blue man beating a white woman to death. Unfortunately, I got too close and the man thought I was going to help her. I promptly just killed him. It turns out she was one of the playable characters you can pick for yourself. She thanked us and invited herself to the party. Her name was the Ice. Now with a complete group of man, child, woman and dog, we slowly looted our way through the Blue Man Group village. Hey, how you doing? After all the looting, I encountered an eclectic group. I saw an opportunity to fuck around, so I participated. It seems like certain acts will align you to a god. I don't know if that benefits me or not, but with our bellies full we pressed on. These tunnels seem to go on forever. I keep wondering to myself who built this, and why is the deck so big? After a little while we came across the same brickworks as the upper floors. We were getting close. But unfortunately we had to fight another naked monster. This one's curved. We managed to kill it, but not unscathed. My little girl got infected and the R's got a flower on her. Tonsillitis only had 1 HP left. Oh my god. He pressed on despite it, and then we encountered an elite guard. Jesus Christ, it's armored. It turns out the flower does confusion, and the R's killed Moonless. My dog! You fucking idiot, Dars. Get me out of here. Oh. We were too late. Dars was crying over him, confessing that she loved him. The girl too was crying, although I wasn't sure what was her connection with him. Maybe he was her father? It was too bad, but we had no reason to stay here any longer. So I decided to leave. On the way back, it just left me wondering what the hell did I do wrong. I probably spent too much time in the Smurf village. We were almost at the entrance, but my little girl's infection was concerning me. I didn't think she could make it before we left, but I did have a solution for it. Well, at least she's going to be living here alive. We finally managed to escape, even in our sorry state. Or did we? The dungeons were still calling for me. I wanted to know more, and this time with Lagarde alive. I picked Dars this time. I was going to name her Cat Girl, but stuffed happened.
Okay, I'm using a coin here. Are you kidding me? Oh no! No! Oh! There it is. There it is. I used 2 coins on that shit. What the fuck? God damn it.
So I decided to name her Nia instead. We all know that she's here to save her beloved guard, and there's only one way to save him. Speedrunning. Fuck, he's still dead. Fuck it, Outlander time. Beef champ, let's go. Get the girl, get the dog, get my arms blown off. God damn it. These fucking yellow mages. Luckily, there's a way to restore my arms. I just need to get married. Let's go. Get to a ritual circle, find a willing partner, and perform a ritual of love. However, in the dungeons there is no divorce, so Americans may not relate. Anyways, I named this new form for myself Stooge. Oh, this is gonna take a lot of censoring. Time to get Ligard. We found his body torn and tortured, but miraculously he was still alive. He claims to have no memories, but he feels like he came here with a purpose. What a load of bull. At least he can fight. Now with Ligard alive and well, it's time to head even deeper. But first I gotta look for some weapons. I don't wanna go in naked when I plunge in deeper. I got a sword from a tree, I got a sword from a coarse mountain, and I got a sword from a wall. Fine, I'll take 2 out of 3. But first, a little surgery. I'm sorry about this, Moonless. Well, at least you're alive. The ancient city of Mahab. There are 2 cities you can explore. The one in the present and the one in the past. The difference between the past and the present makes a good contrast. For the majority of the game, I have been trudging through dark, damp tunnels and caverns full of eldritch monsters. And here we are seeing a bright and occupied city. Still a lot of monsters though. In the middle of the city, we see a large closed gate. But in the present, it's guarded by a statue that wants 3 souls. The endless soul, the tormented soul, and the enlightened soul. Can't I just kill you and pass? I have no idea where to get those. But I do know from the beginning you were told what soul you had, depending on the character you chose. I thought I needed to kill them and somehow acquire their souls, but since I already married one of them, I didn't think that was the right answer. I moved on. I explored deeper into the city and found a library, and then I got a coin flip after coin flip after coin flip. Alright, it's time to talk about the goddamn coin flips. The coin flips makes and breaks fear and hunger at the same time. With the coin flips, it's an aggravating and frustrating experience. But without them, the game wouldn't be as memorable. In the overworld, coin flips are benign, but still annoying.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Opening chests will affect the quality of loot. That's it! In bookcases, it's whether you get something or you get nothing. Not getting books in particular annoyed the hell out of me, especially since they can provide you with precious recipes. I have been collecting a lot of ingredients, but since I don't have the recipes, I can't make use of any of them. The only thing I could make was instant consumable fetuses. They're very nutritious. In battle, coin flips mean either nothing happens or instant death.
It's gotta be tails this time. No!
It's quite lopsided.
Oh.
But they can be avoided by simply guarding before they try to diddle you. If there's one place where the coin flips are at its worst, it's save points. What? Imagine you have been playing a game for a while. You have been making a lot of progress, but then you remember you have to do something more important, like watching your favorite YouTuber, subscribing to his channel, and maybe even his Patreon. But you will have to do a coin flip, and if you call it wrong, say goodbye to your legs. Oh, before I forget to tell you, if you have extra coins, you can toss 2 at once, but you have to press shift when the prompt happens. This isn't told to you in any part of the game. Alright, it's time to admit something. There comes a time in every gamer's life where he has to read the goddamn wiki. There you go, you little bitch. Inside we find a man who commits self-elimination. I followed him down there so I can loot his body. Oh my god, again with the sound mixing. Anyway, our first new god battle. Dr. Johnson. Oh, there it is. Does it get bigger? Now would be a good time to explain combat. Combat can be broken down into... Can I cut off your limbs first? Before you try cutting off mine. You usually fight just one enemy at a time, but each limb can act independently, even the middle one. So your general plan is to cut off the arms first, then shank the legs, leaving the head vulnerable since they become unbalanced. This isn't the same for all enemies. For example, the blue man gets unbalanced when you cut off their Johnsons. And for the women, they're milkers. Of course you have magic and techniques that you can perform, but they cost mind, and in this kind of game, that's a hefty price. You can also talk to your enemies, and you can get a lot of funny interactions when you do. There's one time I found this man Troder. He likes to torture. Instead of me just killing him, I managed to convince him to spare me by telling him that I knew where the man he was looking for. Oh wait, this actually works. Oh. In exchange for that, I get keys and 2 valuable life vials. In the dungeons, you're not rewarded for bravery and fullness. You're rewarded for fear and hunger. Back to Dr. Johnson. It's quite easy if you have enough damage. First you cut off his right nut, then the shaft, and finally lefty. My reward for lobotomizing a god was an enlightened soul. I realized this is one of the souls that I needed, and it meant I'm going to have to find the other gods to get the souls. I have put juice, but hey, I got a lot of good books out of the library, including a book that heals and a book that hurts. Of course, I made my little girl learn both. She isn't my little girl anymore, she's my little mage. All of this magic costs a lot of her sanity though, but I have a solution for that. Alcohol and crack. In this dungeon, the only items that could help your sanity is alcohol and smoking heroin. It was a little deeper into the city when I found the torture chamber. I didn't want to sacrifice myself, my dog, or my little girl, so the only guy left was the guard's clone. I consulted the guide again and found out that you can sacrifice a clone of yourself instead. Twisting. Damn, what a bitch. I got 2 hands, the left and the right. Oh. Oh fucking course there's a second face. I find this average Twitch chatter quite annoying. Fighting him the first time was pointless. It's better to just ignore him at first. Get your clone skinned, and then kill him. On his second phase, you have to whack his 2 outer wheels first, and then get to his body. He is a much stronger boss than the Dick Brain. No matter what I did, nor how many times I tried, Moonless couldn't survive. The gods truly demanded a sacrifice. It unfortunately had to be her. Jesus Christ, die already. Rip Doggo. I needed to fill the empty hole that my dog left. So I learned a useful spell from a funny book. The zombie may not be smart, but he can at least take blows from a little girl. The final soul was much easier to get. Climb a tower, sleep, and then dream about your favorite waifu. Okay, the dream is made from the memories of the people who entered the dungeon. We found out that Kahara, the mercenary, has a wife and is expecting a child. And Kid the Dark Priest crucified himself and almost willingly died before a vision of a waifu compelled him to seek a prophesized figure. Outside of town, we come across a bloody scene. We follow the blood trail up north and we see Beef Champ coming out of the cabin. Something horrible must have happened inside. I want to see if I can loot something in there though. We go inside and we see your mom, a boss fight. Now with my little mage healing us and the zombie absorbing damage, she died quite easily. After its death, we see Dars and Legard. We know why Dars came here, but in her dream we actually see more of the motivations that compel Legard. He talks about unifying the land and ascending beyond the kings and queens of his time. He also explains why he raided the village of the Outlander. They had something that he needed to reach higher power. We then see a naked woman, the Endless One. She seems to be pretty finite to me. Oh well, she seems to be looking at my little girl a little bit too much. And she seems to be pregnant as well. Is she her mother? If you're the mother and Legard's maybe the father, then how the fuck did that happen? Whatever, she offers me her soul as long as I promise to bring her child out and to the heart of darkness. Wherever that is, I agree to it. Now we have all the souls that we needed. We should be able to get past the Gate Guardian now. Hey Gate Guardian, let me pass. God damn it, of course I gotta fight this little God damn it. The Gate Guardian's a little bitch, so now, what the hell's inside? I swear if it's just dogs again. Wait, aren't you a god? It turns out he was the one breeding the dogs that makes your ears bleed. I'm going to make sure you're dead just because of that. But he doesn't want to fight. He tells us to fight his younger self instead. Gives me the keys to access this place in the past. But first I gotta shank a heart. I still don't know what those do. So get out, get to the past, try not to get burnt, and then fight a new god's old self. Okay. First cut off his sword arm, then the other. Shank his legs and then his head. Easy. He showers himself in gold and then turns Super Saiyan. Freddy gets showered in gold, but we get to kill a god. Rip Freddy. For being so-called new gods, they're pretty easy to shank. We now have all the new god souls. And where before the throne of ascension, the guard starts to speak up. What do I want now? He admits to faking his amnesia and that he planned his own capture to be brought here. What a pansy. He sits and ascends. We go after him only to be eaten by a flesh dino. You just can't finish the game without suffering a little, huh? Here in the void, there's plenty of prehistoric-looking animals, albeit no skin. Eventually, through a little bit of wandering and hiding, we find Legard. He's been changed, and he keeps rambling like a hobo about how he's going to make a paradise out of human existence. He promises to bring us out of here as long as we kneel to him. Nope.
Daddy. Yeah.
We still somehow get out of the dungeon, and we live with PTSD from all the exposed dongs we saw. Alright, fuck it. Kneel to him. We managed to return to civilization without celebration. Yeah, no one would notice the naked abomination, a little girl, and a skeleton walk into a bar. Anyway, the greater understanding of the darkness just made us live in seclusion. We hear rumors of Ligard returning, and him rapidly unifying the Western world. As if winning every coin flip. What a fucking cheater. After decades, you caught a glimpse of him in the kingdom of Rodon. You saw him the same way you saw him last time, now only with sickly yellow skin. For the last ending I found, we need to do a little detour. I forgot to shank the last heart inside of a tree. After that, we tracked back to the Blue Mangrove village, then entered through the mouth pussy. When I got inside of the mouth, it closed itself. In here we find moonless guards, two-headed crow maulers, bullshit obstacles.
Oh my god.
And a lot of bugs. I really expected more flesh inside of a giant creature, not booby traps and spikes that leave me at 1 health. Oh well, as long as my little girl is here to help us, we should be fine. It just gets more and more ridiculous the deeper we go.
Oh my god.
Eventually, we come across a mountain of bodies. Now what? No, I'm really gonna have to kill my little girl. The god of fear and hunger is born.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait. It's dead.
That was easy.
What? I want you back.
Well, she was right. This was a one-way trip. There was never going back. We simply helped a new god be born, one that would rival the old ones. The god of fear and hunger. He ushers in a new era known as the Cruel Age. Stooge would be forgotten, but his death would be a peaceful one that I'm not sure I deserve. A peaceful death would be the last thing you would expect to get inside of the dungeons. Maybe it was a gift of compassion from the little girl. This game certainly isn't for everyone, but it has a story and lore that goes deeper than your mom's cavernous pussy. Although I would recommend it for the adventurous, provided you don't mind the exposed genitals and a 50% chance of you getting dicked by a gigantic penis.